GM CEO just shocked all Chevy and GM owners. General Motors is transforming the automotive industry with a strong focus on electric and advanced technology vehicles, investing significantly in research and development to deliver cutting-edge innovations. But how will these advancements redefine the driving experience? What impact will this have on the industry at large? And what new challenges might emerge in ensuring a smooth transition for consumers? Is this a new chapter? The corridors of the automotive world were abuzz with the latest news from General Motors, an announcement that left Chevy and GM owners around the globe in a state of shock and bewilderment. The company's CEO unveiled a bold new direction for the automaker, a move that promises to reshape the future of personal transportation. This revelation has sent ripples across the industry, igniting discussions among car enthusiasts, industry experts, and concerned vehicle owners alike. The announcement was unexpected. As the news broke, Chevy and GM owners reacted with a mix of excitement, skepticism, and concern. For some, it was a thrilling confirmation of the company's commitment to innovation and leadership in the automotive sector. For others, it raised questions about the implications for their vehicles and the future value of their investments. GM's CEO, in a captivating press conference, laid out plans that not only challenge industry norms, but also promise a seismic shift in how the company operates. The announcement is a declaration of intent, an ambitious vision for a future where the boundaries of possibility in automotive technology are expanded beyond imagination. The significance of this announcement cannot be overstated. As one of the world's largest automakers, GM has the power to influence global markets and trends. This new direction signals a profound change, not just for GM and Chevy owners, but for the entire automotive industry. What does this mean for the cars we drive and the way we think about transportation? Only time will tell, but one thing is clear: GM is setting the stage for a new era, and the journey is just beginning. GM's new direction. In a world where change is the only constant, GM's latest strategy reflects a future-facing approach, aligning with global trends in sustainability and technological innovation. The CEO articulated a vision that embraces not just the next generation of vehicles, but a complete transformation in how GM approaches design, manufacturing, and customer engagement. At the core of GM's new direction is a robust commitment to electric vehicles. As the world grapples with environmental challenges, automakers are under pressure to reduce their carbon footprint, and GM is poised to lead the way. By reaffirming its commitment to eliminating tailpipe emissions and pushing towards an all-electric future, GM is not just adapting to change, it's driving it. This ambition is underpinned by significant investments in research and development aimed at advancing EV technology. GM plans to roll out a broad range of electric models over the coming years, catering to diverse markets and consumer needs. The aim is to make electric driving accessible and attractive to a wider audience, breaking down barriers that have traditionally hindered EV adoption. Beyond vehicles, GM's strategy encompasses a holistic transformation. This includes reimagining manufacturing processes to enhance efficiency and sustainability. From sourcing raw materials responsibly to optimizing logistics and supply chains, GM is focused on creating a more sustainable automotive industry. Furthermore, GM is leveraging technology to enhance customer experiences. The integration of smart technologies in vehicles promises to enrich the driving experience, offering enhanced connectivity, safety features, and driver assistance systems. This approach underscores GM's commitment to not only creating vehicles for the future, but enriching the lives of their owners. Impact on Chevy and GM owners. For Chevy and GM owners, the announcement poses both exciting opportunities and significant questions. As GM pivots towards an all-electric lineup, current owners are eager to understand the practical implications for their vehicles, maintenance, and overall driving experience. Owners of traditional internal combustion engine vehicles may wonder about the future value and support for their cars. GM has reassured customers that they remain committed to supporting all existing models, offering service, parts, and customer care. However, the transition raises valid concerns about resale values and the longevity of internal combustion engine technology in a burgeoning electric market. On the flip side, for those considering a move to electric, the announcement comes as a reassurance of the automaker's dedication to EV technology. Prospective buyers are presented with a broader catalog of options, reflecting GM's effort to cater to various preferences and budgets. Additionally, GM's financial services are poised to offer competitive financing and incentives to support the transition, making EV ownership more attainable than ever. A key consideration for owners is charging infrastructure. GM is actively working to expand expand its charging network, partnering with public and private entities to ensure convenient access for all customers. By prioritizing infrastructure development, GM aims to alleviate common concerns about range anxiety and charging convenience, ensuring a seamless transition for consumers. Industry reactions. The ripple effect of GM's announcement extended far beyond the company's immediate stakeholders, capturing the attention of the entire automotive industry. Competitors, analysts, and media outlets scrambled to interpret the implications of this strategic shift, each offering their own insights and predictions. For competitors, GM's ambitious plans serve as both a challenge and an inspiration. Automakers around the world are accelerating their own EV efforts, driven by the urgency to remain competitive in a rapidly changing market. Some view GM's decision as a bold leadership move that sets a benchmark for others to follow, while others approach it with caution, assessing the risks associated with such a comprehensive realignment. Industry analysts have been quick to dissect the announcement, exploring the potential impacts on market dynamics, consumer behavior, and technological innovation. Many analysts commend GM for its proactive approach, seeing it as a necessary evolution to keep pace with evolving consumer expectations and regulatory requirements. There are, however, concerns about the logistical challenges and financial implications of such a large-scale transition. The media coverage has been extensive, reflecting the public's interest and curiosity about the future of one of the world's most storied automakers. Headlines have ranged from enthusiastic endorsements of GM's vision to critical commentary on the feasibility of its plans. This widespread coverage underscores the significance of GM's announcement, not just as a corporate strategy, but as a cultural moment in the evolution of transportation. Across social media platforms, the reactions have been varied, from excited anticipation to wary skepticism. Car enthusiasts and industry watchers have taken to forums and discussion groups, engaging in spirited debates about the merits and potential pitfalls of GM's vision. Despite differing opinions, one consensus emerges. GM's announcement marks a pivotal moment in automotive history. It reflects broader shifts in societal and environmental priorities as the industry grapples with the urgency of environmental sustainability and technological innovation. As part one of this journey concludes, the world looks on with anticipation, eager to witness how GM navigates this bold new frontier. Advancements in electric vehicles. As General Motors sets its sights on an electrified future, the technological advancements driving this shift deserve close examination. Electric vehicles are not merely about replacing gasoline with batteries. They represent a fundamental evolution in how cars are designed, built, and integrated into our lives. At the heart of GM's EV strategy is the Ultium battery platform, a cutting-edge technology designed to enhance performance, range, and cost efficiency. The modular architecture of Ultium batteries allows for flexibility in vehicle design, enabling GM to produce a wide array of models from compact cars to full-size trucks. With a focus on scalability, GM aims to bring electric driving to a diverse group of consumers, breaking down barriers that have traditionally limited the EV market. And this technological leap is complemented by advancements in electric motors and drive units, which promise increased power, efficiency, and reliability. GM's engineers are developing seamless integration between these components, resulting in vehicles that perform efficiently, whether navigating city streets or open highways. Crucially, GM is investing in the development of EV charging infrastructure. Understanding the necessity of convenient and reliable charging options, GM is forging partnerships with key players in the energy sector to expand public charging networks across urban and rural areas. This expansion is essential in alleviating range anxiety and ensuring EV accessibility for all drivers, regardless of their location. Moreover, GM is committed to innovation in battery recycling technologies. As the number of EVs on the road increases, sustainable disposal and recycling of batteries become imperative. By investing in research and partnerships focused on battery lifecycle management, GM not only addresses environmental concerns, but also positions itself as a leader in sustainable automotive practices. The integration of renewable energy sources in powering these vehicles is another critical component. GM is exploring opportunities to incorporate solar and wind energy into its operations, both at manufacturing plants and within the vehicles themselves. This holistic approach aims to reduce the environmental footprint of vehicle production and operation, further enhancing the sustainability of GM's electric fleet. These technological advancements position GM as a formidable force in the transition towards electric mobility. By focusing on innovation and sustainability, GM is not only transforming its vehicle lineup, but setting a new standard for the industry, offering a glimpse into the electrifying future of transportation. Challenges and barriers. Despite the promising strides in electric vehicle technology, GM faces a range of challenges and barriers on its path to an all-electric future, transitioning from a long-standing reliance on internal combustion engines to a primarily electric portfolio is a complex endeavor, fraught with technical, logistical, and financial hurdles. One of the most pressing challenges is consumer adoption. While awareness and enthusiasm for electric vehicles have grown, significant barriers to widespread adoption remain. Concerns about the upfront cost of electric vehicles compared to traditional cars are prevalent, even as the total cost of ownership becomes more competitive over time. GM faces the task of convincing potential buyers that electric vehicles can meet their needs and provide value for money in the long run. The availability and convenience of charging infrastructure is another obstacle. Despite GM's efforts to expand charging networks, perceptions of limited access can deter buyers. Ensuring that rural and suburban regions are adequately equipped with charging stations is a vital step in overcoming this challenge. Additionally, the production and supply chain for EV components present significant challenges. Securing a reliable supply of raw materials for batteries and other critical components is essential. Global shortages and geopolitical factors can affect supply chains, making consistency and reliability crucial for GM's production goals. The transition also involves overcoming corporate inertia. For a legacy automaker like GM, shifting focus from well-established production lines to innovative technologies requires significant structural changes and investment. Streamlining operations to accommodate new manufacturing processes while phasing out old technologies is a delicate balance that requires careful planning and execution. Moreover, regulatory and policy challenges can impact the speed and scope of EV adoption. Auto manufacturers, including GM, must navigate evolving governmental regulations that vary widely across regions. Aligning with international standards while complying with local policies is complex and demands agility and foresight. Overcoming these challenges demands a multifaceted approach, combining technological innovation with strategic partnerships and effective communication with stakeholders. As GM navigates these waters, their ability to proactively address these issues will determine the success of their ambitious vision. Environmental and economic impact. As General Motors undertakes its ambitious shift toward an all-electric lineup, both the environmental and economic ramifications are substantial. This transformation showcases GM's commitment to sustainability and reflects broader trends in the automotive industry. On the environmental front, the impact of transitioning to electric vehicles is profound. By reducing tailpipe emissions to zero, GM's electric vehicles will significantly cut the total carbon footprint of their fleet. This transition aligns with global efforts to mitigate climate change and meets growing consumer demand for environmentally responsible products. Additionally, by focusing on sustainable manufacturing processes, GM aims to reduce the environmental impact of production. This encompasses everything from sourcing eco-friendly materials to minimizing waste and optimizing energy efficiency in factories. As a result, the entire life cycle of a GM vehicle, from production to operation, becomes less harmful to the planet. The shift to electric vehicles also brings economic implications. For GM, transitioning to an electric portfolio presents opportunities for growth and adaptation in a changing market. The expansion into electric vehicles opens new revenue streams and positions GM to compete in emerging markets that are prioritizing clean energy technologies. Furthermore, the electric vehicle industry is poised to generate a wave of new jobs, particularly in engineering, technology, and infrastructure development. As GM retool and expand its operations, there will be increased demand for skilled workers to support these advancements. This job growth is vital for offsetting potential job losses in traditional automotive sectors affected by the shift. For consumers, the growing EV market can lead to reduced costs over time. As production scales up and technology advances, the cost of manufacturing and owning electric vehicles is expected to decline. This shift will make EVs more accessible to a broader audience, driving widespread adoption and further boosting economic activity in the sector. Other industries, such as energy and transportation infrastructure, will also experience economic benefits as they adapt to support the burgeoning EV market. Companies investing in charging infrastructure, renewable energy, and energy storage stand to gain from the growing demand driven by the increasing adoption of electric vehicles. This transition, while challenging, offers a sustainable path forward for GM and the wider automotive industry. By coupling environmental responsibility with economic opportunity, GM is positioned to lead a movement that promises lasting benefits for both the company and the planet, consumer preparedness, and education. As General Motors charts a course toward an electric future, one of the critical components of their strategy involves preparing and educating consumers for this transition. Consumer acceptance and confidence are paramount if the shift to electric vehicles is to be successful and sustainable. One of the first steps in consumer preparedness is awareness. GM is committed to expanding public knowledge about the benefits and practicalities of electric vehicles. This involves extensive marketing campaigns that emphasize the environmental and economic advantages of EVs, aiming to dismantle myths and misconceptions surrounding electric transportation. In addition to awareness campaigns, GM is investing in educational resources to equip potential EV buyers with the necessary information to make informed decisions. This includes details about charging infrastructure, maintenance costs, and the comparative benefits of electric versus traditional vehicles. By providing clear, transparent information, GM seeks to empower consumers by vanquishing uncertainty and fostering trust. GM is also focused on enhancing the ownership experience by offering comprehensive support services. From purchasing to long-term maintenance, GM aims to provide a seamless and reassuring journey for EV owners. This includes ensuring easy access to charging stations, offering training workshops for new EV owners, and providing dedicated support lines for any customer inquiries or concerns. Furthermore, GM is partnering with educational institutions and technical training centers to develop programs that prepare the next generation of automotive professionals. By training technicians and engineers in electric vehicle technologies, GM is not only fostering a skilled workforce to support their EV strategy, but also contributing to the broader industry's evolution. Partnerships with energy providers and local governments are also key to this strategy. By working collaboratively, GM helps facilitate a supportive ecosystem for EV adoption, addressing infrastructure needs and encouraging policy frameworks that benefit both consumers and the environment. Ultimately, GM's approach to consumer preparedness is comprehensive and forward-thinking. By investing in education and support, GM ensures consumers are not only ready for the transition, but enthusiastic participants in the journey towards sustainable mobility. This investment in the consumer relationship is crucial, for it is the consumers who will ultimately drive the success of GM's ambitious electric vehicle vision. GM's long-term vision. General Motors stands as a venerable pillar within the automotive industry, driven by an evolving vision that seeks to redefine mobility for future generations. As the company navigates the transformative transition towards electric vehicles, it does so with a panoramic strategy encompassing more than just vehicles. It includes technological advances, environmental stewardship, and societal impact. Central to GM's long-term vision is its commitment to achieving carbon neutrality by the mid-century. This goal underscores GM's aspirations to be an environmentally responsible company, emphasizing not only electric vehicle production, but also sustainable manufacturing practices and clean energy usage in operations. GM envisions a future where every aspect of its business contributes positively to the global ecosystem. Innovation, as always, remains at the heart of GM's strategic ambitions. Beyond the electrification of vehicles, GM is investing in technologies that will define the future of transportation. With advancements in autonomous driving, the company is exploring new realms of mobility where vehicles don't just transport, but also interact intelligently with their environment and occupants. This includes significant R&D investments in AI-driven systems designed to enhance safety, efficiency, and the overall driving experience. Connectivity forms another cornerstone of GM's visionary journey. The company anticipates a world where vehicles seamlessly integrate into the digital lives of their owners. This means that future GM vehicles will not only provide transport, but will also serve as platforms for digital engagement, offering services that enhance productivity and entertainment on the go. GM is also pursuing innovation beyond the individual vehicle. Urban mobility solutions, leveraging shared and multimodal transportation options, are on the horizon. By collaborating with cities and local authorities, GM intends to contribute solutions catering to urban environments burdened by congestion and pollution. These collaborative efforts aim to redefine the interaction between vehicles and urban landscapes, promoting sustainable growth and enhanced quality of life. While the path forward is bold and filled with challenges, GM's commitment to a sustainable, connected, and innovative automotive future is unwavering. Each stride taken reaffirms GM's position as not just a car manufacturer, but a visionary leader influencing the course of global mobility. New market opportunities. Amidst its transformational journey, General Motors is strategically positioned to seize burgeoning opportunities within the automotive market. With global trends indicating a rise in demand for electric mobility solutions, solutions, GM is set on expanding its footprint into emerging and established markets alike. One of the promising territories is the global market for electric vehicles, as governments worldwide introduce stricter emissions regulations and incentives for green technology. Consumer interest in electric vehicles has surged. GM's expansion strategy involves leveraging its comprehensive lineup of vehicles to cater to diverse preferences, from compact EVs ideal for city commutes to robust electric trucks designed for heavy-duty applications. Furthering its international presence, GM is focusing on markets like China and Europe, where the demand for energy-efficient vehicles is rapidly growing. By tailoring products to meet local preferences and regulatory requirements, GM is enhancing its competitiveness and fostering sustainable growth in these regions. In the United States, GM is aligning with federal and state policies that support clean energy adoption and infrastructure development. Collaborations with energy companies, technological firms, and government bodies are instrumental in ensuring the necessary backbone for widespread EV adoption and infrastructure support. The company is not only focusing outwardly. Domestically, GM is pioneering efforts in sustainable manufacturing within its plants, driving efficiency and maintaining a competitive edge. These efforts reinforce GM's commitment to nurturing growth that aligns with its values and consumer expectations. Beyond geographic expansion, GM recognizes the potential of vertical integration in the automotive supply chain. By investing in battery technology, energy storage solutions, and component production, GM aims to mitigate supply chain risks and explore revenue generation opportunities. This strategic maneuvering aligns with GM's goal of maintaining resilience and flexibility amidst global economic fluctuations. The intersection of technology and partnerships further enhances GM's growth potential. By collaborating with tech companies, GM is poised to benefit from technological synergies that drive innovation, speed up product development, and elevate user experiences. The pursuit of autonomy and connectivity in future ventures amplifies GM's investment in staying ahead of technological disruptions. With a clear focus on market diversification and strategic collaborations, GM is poised to exploit new opportunities, extending its legacy and reaffirming its role as a global leader in the automotive landscape. Consumer expectations in a changing market. In an era characterized by rapid technological advancements and environmental awareness, consumer expectations within the automotive industry are evolving swiftly. General Motors is acutely aware of these shifting dynamics and endeavors to remain attuned and responsive to the emerging preferences of consumers worldwide. One of the prevailing trends among modern consumers is the demand for sustainable and eco-friendly products. Individuals are increasingly seeking vehicles that align with their values concerning environmental stewardship and energy conservation. GM's commitment to electric and zero-emission vehicles directly resonates with this demand, positioning the company favorably among environmentally conscious buyers. Furthermore, the advent of digital technologies and the proliferation of smart devices have transformed consumers' expectations of convenience and connectivity. Today's drivers anticipate seamless integration between their vehicles and their digital lives, seeking features such as advanced infotainment systems, enhanced navigational capabilities, and connectivity with smart home devices. GM's continued investment in connectivity addresses these demands, offering users a comprehensive digital experience that extends beyond mere transportation. Customization and personalization have also gained prominence as key consumer expectations. As drivers become more discerning in their choices, GM is developing tools that allow customers to tailor vehicles to their specific needs and preferences. From aesthetic options and feature packages to software upgrades, consumers can design a vehicle experience unique to their lifestyle. Moreover, the experience of car ownership itself is going through a metamorphosis. Subscription models and shared mobility solutions are appealing to younger generations that value flexible ownership options. Recognizing these trends, GM is exploring innovative approaches that enhance accessibility and redefine the relationship between consumers and vehicles. Another critical aspect of consumer expectations is the emphasis on safety. As autonomous technology advances, consumers are demanding robust safety features that ensure peace of mind. GM is integrating advanced driver assistance systems and AI-driven safety technologies to meet these expectations, offering cutting-edge solutions that prioritize driver and passenger well-being. Ultimately, GM's sensitivity to evolving consumer expectations is a critical component of its strategic approach. By continuously innovating and leveraging technology, GM aims to deliver exceptional and relevant experiences that exceed consumer expectations, reinforcing brand loyalty in a progressively competitive market. Potential risks and mitigation strategies. As General Motors advances toward an all-electric high-tech future, it faces several potential risks that need effective mitigation to ensure long-term success. Rapid technological change is a significant challenge, requiring GM to invest in research and development to stay ahead of disruptions and innovate continuously. Supply chain disruptions, particularly for critical components like batteries and chips, pose risks amid global volatility. GM mitigates these by diversifying suppliers and integrating vertically, enhancing supply chain resilience. The shift to electric vehicles also brings environmental and regulatory risks. With evolving global regulations, GM actively engages with policymakers to align strategies, turning compliance challenges into opportunities and maintaining flexibility amidst changes. Public perception is another dynamic risk, with informed consumers demanding corporate responsibility. GM commits to transparency and ethics to build trust and loyalty, enhancing stakeholder engagement to reinforce its positive reputation. Economic volatility affecting currency exchange rates and growth is managed through financial planning, currency hedging, and contingencies. Additionally, robust cybersecurity measures protect against digital threats as connected vehicles become central to GM's strategy. By anticipating challenges and implementing comprehensive mitigation strategies, GM is well positioned to lead the automotive industry into a transformative future. What's your opinion on this? Let's know in the comments. Thanks for watching.